Come on along and join me on Cross Stitch Camp this summer. Hi Stitchy friends, welcome to Cross My Stitches. My name is Jackie and today is June 20th, 2021. It is a beautiful and sunny day here in South Central Kentucky. And we're going to talk about cross stitch today. And you can see my intro was about camp cross stitch, and you can see I'm wearing my Camp Life hat and my camp shirt, and I'm ready to talk about cross stitch camp. It has been so fun. This was a creation from Sherry, Colorado cross stitcher. I will post her below, and it is a 3-month camp, June, July, and August. Even though we're in the middle of June, it's still not too late to join in the fun. You pick a project, one project a month, or you can do as many projects as you want, but concentrate on one project a month. You start it in the month of June, July, or August, and you finish it in the same month. If you want to join in on the giveaways, make sure that you are on Instagram and post under hashtag Camp Cross Stitch, and also that you tag Sherry at Colorado Cross Stitcher in your beginning post. And your beginning post should be your fabric, your floss, and a picture of your pattern, nothing stitched yet. And then your ending should be your finished stitch, and you shoot those to Sherry over there, and she will enter you for the drawing for that month. Also, we have a group on Facebook, which is Cross Stitch Camp. I will also link that below if you want to join in. And even if you don't want to join in, you just want to follow along, make sure you join the Facebook group. We're having lots of fun over there, sharing our projects and encouraging each other to get done in the month of June. So I have shown before my projects for June, and I am on my second. I said my project for June was going to be 3 of the designs out of this book, which is the Prairie Schoolers Prairie Birds. And I have finished one. I showed that on my last video. And now I have finished number 2. And that is going to be, let's see, put something behind it here, is going to be the bluebirds. So I finished my bluebirds. There they are. They came out just cute. I did change the orange in the bluebird's chest. It was supposed to be DMC 301, and I changed it to, hold on, I'll tell you in a second. I changed it to Gentle Arts Fragrant Cloves for the orange. So just so cute. I have, I believe, some fabric picked out to make these 3 into pillows. So I'm glad to have that done, and I've already started on my 3rd one, and it's going to be the robins, because we have hummingbirds, and I keep wanting to post or do a video and face out to the yard so you can see the hummingbird feeder, so you can see them over my shoulder as I'm talking, but it's so bright out, it just washes me out. I've really got to find a Sunday when it's an overcast day where I can actually do that. But I have shared pictures in the past of the hummingbirds at the feeder. We do have 3 hummingbirds, and it's really fun to watch them come and feed. I have 2 feeders here on my porch, and they come in and they feed. So I did the hummingbird one, and then I did the bluebirds because we have bluebirds out here quite frequently, but we have a ton of robins, and robins are large birds. They're not little dinky birds, but they're quite large. Sorry, the hummingbird just whizzed by. And so I decided to do the robins, which are, well, it's actually the one on the top here too, right there. So that's the one I'm doing right there. And I got the mama, daddy, and the baby's heads completed. So there they are there. And I'm really enjoying stitching all these. I'm going to be sad when I have to stop to start on my July project, because these are so fun and easy stitch to get done. So I'm excited about that. When I finish the 3rd one, I will share the fabric that I'm going to back them in, and hopefully I can get myself in gear and get my sewing machine out and get that worked on. So besides working on this, and I do work on that during lunchtime in my car, sometimes I'll bring it in and work on it at night. Really depends on what I feel like I'm going to work on. The second thing that I have worked on is my Little House Needleworks, Little House Neighborhood. Now, I've talked about the changes that I'm going to make in a previous video on this, but I haven't started making any changes yet. I'm just trying to get those houses stitched. And this is where I am with it. This is being done on a 32 count. Sorry, my video cut off, so let's get going with what we're talking about. My fabric on this project is a 32 count cream Lugana, stitching 2/2 with the called for DMC, and this is what it looks like. And you can see last time I showed it, I had the tree and the blue house completed. Now I got all the grass along the bottom, and I've started with the red brick house. So I really love this piece. I don't want to lay it down. I want to continue stitching on it. I want to get it done in the next couple months or so. And you can see I'm already almost across the middle of the pattern, which is, you can see right here, get the glare out. And I'm not going to put the sheep in because I have plans to put cows in there. So, but this is a fun stitch. I really love it a lot. So I'm enjoying stitching on it. The other pattern that I was working on, get this put away because I am outdoors, I don't want to get my stuff all dirty, is my Early American series, which is Little House Needleworks as well. And the last one that I worked on was Paul Revere. So this is number 6. Yeah, number 6, Paul Revere. And I completed Paul Revere, which I'm glad to have him done. And I also got some more of the border done. So this is where I'm at right now. Let's get Paul Revere so you can see him. And this is being stitched on a piece of, hold on. This is 32 count Sand Lugana, doing 2/2 for the border. And the borders around each picture, and then I'm doing 1/2 for the actual designs. So this is Paul Revere finished. And one of the things that I changed I actually changed a couple of things was, as you can see, this is the door, this is the house. They are called for colors, and they're very close together in color. And that was supposed to also be in the windows, this dark color. And I really didn't like it. It almost washed out the whole house. And since they're supposed to be at night, because Paul Revere is holding his lanterns and we have a moon up here, I decided to use yellow in the windows and make it look like he had candles on at night. There was a window right here as well, right above the door part, and I took that out. I felt like it was too many windows and it just looked out of place, so I took it out. So there it is. So let me show you the whole design. There's the whole design so far. I haven't put that middle piece in because I'm not sure what I'm going to put in the center right now. If I'm going to put the actual design that is made for the center, or if I'm going to put something else. I have completed, I had this bunting on the top finished last time, but I got all the stars running down the side, and then I've got started on the bunting on the bottom. The border pattern with the bunting is a design from Vonna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher. If you're interested in that border for this design or any other design, she is offering it up free, and you can go to her blog. It's the Twisted Stitcher at blogspot.com, and you can find it there for free. So I did work on that. This is getting put away for a little while. I won't be working on it again at all this month. And then since I didn't video last Sunday, I did pull out some projects to work on since the last Sunday, and one of them is this design. So I was working on those, and then I decided I wanted to pull this out. I haven't worked on this since November of last year. It is from the book Autumn Gathering from Mill Hill. And it's this design right here, which is called We Gather Together with the Pilgrims and the Indians. I think that is so stinking cute. And I really wanted to do that. And it took me a while to hunt down this book because I believe it's an out of print book. It's hard to find. And I had some people help me locate it. And I actually started this pattern with another cross stitcher. Her name is Bonnie. I won't mention her last name. But we started it together. And I think she's either really close to being done or she's done with hers. But I did not. I did not finish it. So this is where I'm at so far. And this fabric is a 28 count even weave. It's called Moss Green, and it is by hand dyed by Rolanda on Etsy. I will post a link to Rolanda's Etsy store down below. And the last time that I showed this on a video, I had just this border completed, and in the last day I got this little bit done here. Not much, but a little bit. This is such a cute design. I think it's going to look awesome on this moss green fabric. And I think I'm going to try to get the words in today. That's my plan, to try to get those words stitched. They're all the one color, so it does make it a little easier. It's not a couple of stitches here, a couple of stitches there. So that is what I've been working on. I did receive some Stitchy gifts. I'd like to share that with you now. Nicole Buckeye Stitcher sent me a postcard in the mail, which was so sweet. I have rough days and days that are okay, and I got this on a day that I really needed to have a pick-me-up, and it's a postcard from Ohio. Love that card. Look at all those awesome little designs on it. It is so cute. And it was very thoughtful of you, Nicole, to send that. I greatly appreciate it. It was a big pick-me-up for me to get that in the mail. And then my friend Kathy, Crafty Cat Stitcher, contacted me, said she wanted to send me something. And I love this card because I think she printed this card. She made this card, but it's Floss. Look at that. And it's printed on cardstock. What an awesome idea, is just to take a picture and then just print part of it on cardstock. As you can see, it's only on half of the cardstock. She wrote me a lovely note, and then she sent me, and I already pulled it out of the plastic, but I haven't started using it yet. She sent me a thread keep, and look at that design. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I love that blue. It's like a Delft blue, like the plates of they used to have in the 60s and 70s. Really beautiful. It has a little key on there. It has a little flower on there, and it's just precious. So now that I've shown it, I can throw it on one of my projects, and it will remind me of Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. I love it. So thoughtful of you to send that. And I do have a little bit of purchases. I saw this fabric on one of the unload groups. It is a 28 count Belfast linen called Stormy Clouds, and it's a whole yard. A whole yard. I must have been nuts to purchase a whole yard of anything. But this is what it looks like. It's like a creamy white with the light blue marbling in it. Looks like clouds. I thought that would be pretty cool to do maybe a couple of my Crossed Wing collection designs on. I have one that's a blue heron, which I thought that might be cool, or my flamingo. So I bought that. I bought a whole yard. I figured I might cut and use some of it for those projects, and then I might try over dyeing it a little with another color to see how I can get it to come out. Just something cool to play with. So that was neat. Glad to have a whole yard of it. So I'll find something to use it for, and it'll get used or it'll get dyed or something like that. I did place an order with 123 Stitch, and ordered a couple of patterns that I have been wanting for a while and felt like I just need to order them, because one of them was the 2021 Prairie Schooler Santa, and I have to have him because I have the whole collection. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to try to get him stitched, try to get 3 stitched this year. Even though we're coming up on July, I'm going to try to work on 3 of these. which means 21, 20, and 19. I think I'll start working my way backwards. And so if they design a 2022, then I'll do the 2022, 17, and 16 and keep going back until I get them all done. Right now, I think I have about 6 of them completed, but that's definitely not enough. I would love to have them all completed, and they're such cute, cute designs. So I picked that up. I picked up this one. This is a Lizzie Kate. It used to be part of only a kit, and now it is its own single own single pattern. Words, people. Words. Sorry, I got cut off again. Low memory on the phone, so I had to get that off the phone and continue on. So I think I was showing this pattern when I got cut off. This is Lizzie Kate's A Good Marriage. It used to be just part of a kit that you would have to buy, but now you can buy the individual pattern. So I always loved this design, but did want to buy it in the full kit, so I'm glad that they released it as a single. I also picked up this pattern because everybody is stitching this, and at first I really was okay with not owning it, but after seeing it so many times, you're like, you have FOMO, you know, your fear of missing out. Okay, and the next two are basically FOMOs because I didn't want to miss out on getting them. So this one is Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais. Don't know if or when I'll stitch it, but I have the pattern. So it's part of my collection because you know collecting cross stitch and stitching cross stitch are 2 different hobbies. So I had to have it. And the last one is the re-release of Blackbird Designs Souvenirs of Summer. Who doesn't want to have this design if you love patriotic? This book is absolutely fabulous with lots of great patriotic designs in it. And anybody who knows me knows I love patriotic, so I had to have that book. So that's all of my Stitchy mail and my purchases. I did find a new Flosstuber this morning when I was perusing YouTube, and I wanted to give a shout out to Deborah at Stitch the Stash. I don't know why I haven't noticed her before or why I hadn't watched her before, but I love all the designs that she's working on. And I definitely will go back this afternoon and start binge watching her. At the same time, I wanted to mention there are quite a few Flosstubers that are MIA. I know I was MIA for a little while, and I'm not going to lie about it. I was MIA because I thought that the Flosstube community on Flosstube was getting too political, too much opinion and not enough stitching. You know, I come to Flosstube and I'm on Flosstube or I'm on my cross stitch groups because I love and enjoy cross stitch. I don't want to hear political things. My cross stitch is my escape from everything that goes on around the world. We all have issues. We all have problems. We all have different lives and different lifestyles. I'm a kind of person that believes everybody has a right to live their life whatever way they want. I look at everybody through the same glasses, the same lenses, and I view everybody as the same human beings. Unfortunately, not everybody does that, but I do that. But I'm also a very patriotic person, and I love this country. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in the things that our country stands for. And it bothers me when people come on to Flosstube or into the groups and want to get political or religious. Those 2 things should never be discussed in our Facebook groups or in our Flosstubes or because it's a crafting community. We're here to talk about cross stitch. Let's not talk about the things that divide us, but talk about the things that bring us together. And cross stitch brings us all together of all walks in life, walks and stages of life. Those people that come to this channel and come to Flosstube channels love cross stitch, and they're looking to escape what's going on around us. Sometimes it is our happy place. So for quite a while, a lot of Flosstubers started jumping on that bandwagon of having to spout their opinions about what's going on in the world today. And that's why I shut off Flosstube. And that's why I kind of went quiet in the groups, because I didn't want my happy place to become this place where it gave me stress and anxiety. After a few months, I decided I wanted to come back, and I was going to eliminate those people on my Flosstube on my Flosstube subscription list and on my Instagram subscription list. I will eliminate those people off of my page and off of my subscriptions so that I could get back to what I love doing and I love sharing, which is cross stitch. So, and while I'm talking about all this, I did want to mention some Flosstubers that are, some of them are very long-term Flosstubers. Some of them have only done, under 50. There's a bug. I hate bugs. Oh, good. He flew off. He flew off. They've only done less than 50 floss tubes. They may have under 1,000 subscribers, but I miss them. They're people that I really enjoyed watching. So I wanted to mention them here today in hopes that they will see my video and know that I miss them and I want them to shoot more videos, or that somebody else will mention them on their floss tube or in their groups, or they know who I'm talking about and will reach out to them like I will do and say, come shoot a video, we miss you. So the first one is Jen Upton. Jen, where's the video? Okay, because I love watching what you're working on. I know it's summer and the kids are out and stuff, but take 15 minutes, please, and shoot a video and let us know that you're doing okay and that you're having a good time stitching on something, but shoot a video. 2/2 Stitchers, Beth and Susan. I sent Susan a message a day or two ago and said, Susan, I really miss seeing videos. You need to shoot a new video. So she tagged Beth in it and said, yeah, we need to shoot a new video. So looking forward to seeing Beth and Susan at 2/2 Stitchers. And mind you, I'm going to post all these floss tubes that I'm mentioning down below. Anything that I've mentioned, I try to post down below. So if you're interested in looking or investigating what I'm talking about, you certainly can do that. The next one is Holly and Anita. Holly and Anita were gone for over a year. And about, let's see, a month ago. It was a month ago that they shot a video. It's been a whole month. Holly and Anita, come on. It's summer. You're out of school. Shoot me a video. Shoot, not me, but all Flosstube. Shoot us a video. We'd love to see what you're working on again. Becca, my Stitchy home. That's the air conditioner. I'm sorry. I think I'll pause for a minute. I meant to shut that air conditioner off before I started this, and I didn't, so sorry about that. Okay, back to what I was saying. Becca at My Stitchy Home. I love watching Becca. Need to see another video from you, Becca. Please do that soon. Katrina, the crafty cataloger. She's been missing for 5 months. Katrina, I'm going to have to reach out to you on Instagram, find out when you're going to shoot a new video. I really want to see one from you. I love what you work on. Kay's cross stitch. Kay disappeared for quite a long time, and I really religiously watched Kay because I loved what she was stitching on. She would show knitting. She was a joy to watch, and then about 3 months ago she shot another video, and then nothing again. So miss you, Kay. Wish you'd shoot a video again. Yvonne, the Night Owl Stitcher. Who doesn't miss Yvonne? What a sad thing. When she lost her husband and she stopped making videos, and we haven't seen her since. So really wish that she could find it in her heart to come back to Flosstube and start shooting videos again, because we certainly all miss you a ton, and hope you are doing well. And then the Arizona Needleworker. Again, somebody hasn't shot a video in a long time that I really enjoyed watching, and hope that you'll see this and you'll video again. Again, I'll mention all those people below in the show notes, and hope that they shoot a video soon so I'll be able to see them. So what are my plans? My plans are, I'm going to work on my Prairie Birds, my third one for my Camp Cross Stitch, and get that completed. But I have my July Camp Cross Stitch project picked out. Hold on, I got to reach for it. And I'm excited to show you what it is. And I think I'm going to take it out of the plastic because the plastic is very shiny. So I think y'all get a laugh out of this one. So this is, and you'll see what I mean. This is called Nuttin' Else. It is from Blackberry Lane's design, and it is a squirrel and an acorn, and it goes in a little pendant, as you can see in the picture. So this is the whole pattern. And then there it is. And this design will be stitched on, both the front and the back of that design will be stitched on this little itty bitty piece of 40 count linen. And I want to say that is, I probably didn't write down what it is, but I believe it's, might be Legacy. I can't remember. It's a little dinky piece of linen. And it goes into this little 1x2 pendant. That's what the design fits in when it's done. So it's 40 count, 1/1, and done on that. So, and then I'm going to put that on a chain and I'm going to wear it, especially in the fall. I love wearing that. But I want you to see, this is where the laugh comes in, okay? I want you to see the floss for this design. And I'm not lying, this is all the colors for this 1x2 inch design. There it is. Look at that all. Look at all that floss. 37 colors of floss in that little 1x2 inch design, front and back. And mind you, the back is not this, because the back is done in a fancy floss in one color, in a multicolor, which I believe is called Tobacco Road. But I'm not using Tobacco Road. I'm probably going to use Gentle Arts Autumn Leaves. But crazy, huh? All that floss. So this is, but I'm not carrying all that floss with me. This is actually the floss for this, because I taken a strand, a full cut strand of each color, and put it on thread drops. So this is all I need to carry with me instead of that big honkin' ring with all those floss colors. So what I started doing was I started putting all my DMCs on thread, on these handmade, homemade thread drops, because I decided I wanted to get them off the bobbin and get them hung up with my fancy floss so I can see them and enjoy them. If you've seen a previous video of mine, you know that I have a curtain rod behind me in my video in my craft room, and all my fancy floss hangs behind me on the curtain rod. And that's what my plan is for the DMC as well, is to hang on that rod. And I've actually started debobbinating all my floss as I'm working on projects. And I decided that I wasn't going to keep buying floss. It drives me nuts that I keep, every time I want to kit a project, I have to go buy all the floss again. And I have a ton of DMC right now, because a lot of my projects involve DMC. And I don't need 7 skeins of this, 8 skeins of that, because it's in each of the projects. So I decided I was going to pull out what I thought I needed for each project. And as I go through them, I'm going to thin them down and just put it on an individual ring that I've handwritten the number on, and just enough floss what I think I might need for that project. If I run out, I'll go back to the master list, the master ring, and I'll pull off more that I need, because thankfully DMC's colors are pretty much standardized. I mean, there's not much variation from lot to lot. It's very minute, if there's anything at all. So it makes it really easy for me to go back and pull more colors. For my master list, which is part of this ring right here, I have them done with my label maker. So they'll all have their own label maker, and I'll have a master list, and I'll always pull from my master list to fill my projects from now on. And I'll just hand write my thread drops that I'm using just for minor things, and I'll hang on to these. So once I'm done with this, I'll put all these flosses back on here, and I'll save these in numerical order for the next time I need that particular number. So that way I'm not throwing them away. And these are ones here with the hand written on them. They are a much lighter weight paper. They're a 65-pound cardstock, and these here are 110-pound. Mind you, the 110-pound take a lot to cut, because I have a die cutting machine. I have a Silhouette, Cameo, but it takes 4 passes with that blade to cut out this 110-pound cardstock. So it takes quite a while to get through to get them. So, but it's a heavy, heavy cardstock, and it's great for my master set. So that's how I'm storing my floss now. It's going to take me quite a while to get it all converted onto floss tags and up on my wall. But I'm working on something. My floss touched my leg, and I thought it was a bug, and I jumped. So I just turned beet red because I thought a bug touched me. Oh my gosh. So that's what I'm working on. I just started doing this and decided this is what I'm going to do. So every time I work on a project and it involves DMC, I'm going to fix how I have it stored and get my floss in order, because I'm tired of buying DMC. Every time I turn around, I want to kit something. And it's getting so expensive. It's 60 cents a skein here. The only store that I have to buy from is Hobby Lobby. I mean, I have a Walmart. Sorry, I gotta adjust myself. I have a Walmart, but they're very limited in the colors, and they're not normally the colors that I need. So I have to go to Hobby Lobby. I have no Joann's. I have no Michael's near me. They're an hour and a half or more away from me, and I'm not going to drive an hour and a half to get floss. So this is what I'm going to do. I hope it's going to work. I hope it's going to benefit me not spending so much on floss every time I want to kit something. Okay, off that rant. The other thing that I'm going to work on in this next week is going to be, it's called Feed Your Soul. This is by Lana. She's from Stitches Through the Years. She's on Etsy. I'll make sure I post a link to her shop below. And I will say that my new Stitchy friend that I'm watching, Stitch from Stash Deborah, is doing another pattern that is from Lana, and it's the Dogwoods. In fact, I think I got a thing on it because I have that pattern. I haven't done it yet, and it's called something Dogwoods. I can't remember. I only have a picture of it. That's the one she's working on, and she's doing it on like a pink, which is really pretty. But I'm working on this. I'm doing this on a, I want to say it's 40 count. Because some of my patterns I still haven't written what I'm working on, but it is either 36 or 40 count, and it's a fabric that I hand dyed myself. And right now I've got all the border matching up and flowers across the top. So this is where I'm starting at for this Sunday. And I really love her design, so I really want to get this done. I've had this sitting in this bag forever. Of course, this is one of the DMCs that I'm going to have to separate again, but those are all the colors. So that's my plans. I'm going to work on this, Feed Your Soul. I'm going to work on We Gather Together, which is the Pilgrims and the Indian pattern, and I'm going to work on my cross stitch camp. So that's all I think I have for today. Oh no, there is one other thing. I wanted to talk about Flosstube monetization for a minute. I have decided to unmonetize my entire channel, which I did the other day, only because I find, and I know a lot of people find it kind of irritating with the videos, with the advertisements before your video. Sometimes they're in the middle of your video, and words again, I can't get words out. And so I decided to unmonetize completely. What I have chose to do instead is something that I've seen several Flosstubers do, which is buy me a coffee. Now I've talked about that one or two videos before, but that's what I'm going to do. If you like the content of my video, if you enjoy watching, if you're a subscriber and you like to see the content, you like to see the how-to videos, and you want to thank me for the time that I put in for videoing and sharing everything that I do, you can always buy me a coffee. I'll put that link below, or buy me a floss, or buy me a pattern, or it's just a little something to help me with the expenses for if I do giveaways or I'm mailing stuff to people, and it just helps to share my happiness with everyone else. So if you'd love to take a moment and hit the link for Buy Me a Coffee, I would greatly appreciate it. I guess that's all I have today. Thank you so much for coming. I don't know how long this video is because I had so many interruptions, but hopefully it's not too long. And you'll come and join me at Cross Stitch Camp. Come on over, see what we're working on. If you're on Instagram, check out the hashtag and you can see what everyone is working on, and hopefully you'll join in with us. And I will see you next Sunday. As I hope I'll see you next Sunday. We'll keep my fingers crossed and I can get to it next Sunday. And I'll see you next time. Bye.